The Battering Ram, a very unique enemy in Tower Defense X. This enemy exclusively appears on Wave 32 of Elite Mode and Wave 20 of Ultra Mode. This enemy also starts off as a slow tank, but after it walks a short amount away from the entrance, it enters a charge, making it a huge threat due to how tanky and fast it becomes. But why does this matter? How is Battering Ram a god? Well, we will need to talk about the most powerful being in the lore of TDX. Anyways, let's talk about the Void. It's the most powerful creature in the game, lore-wise. Despite it being quite easy in the game, in the lore of the game, it's the most powerful being the GTA has faced. But in order to truly understand this piece of story in the game, we need to talk about the entire Tower Battle event itself. The Tower Battle event is a prequel to the main story of TDX, before Plague Doctor, Eradicators, and this is while Dr. Xenon and Dr. Mallory worked together. Dr. Xenon and Dr. Mallory studied Calamity Crystals, and thus, the GTA abused the power of Calamity Crystals to use Calamity energy to take out the Void. Essentially, the only way the GTA could truly defeat the Void, basically a god, was through the power of Calamity energy. That little explanation is just to give you a reference of how Void is canonically power scaled in TDX. Let's talk about Battering Ram again. The wiki calls its sprint ability Dauntless Charge. During this charge, Battering Ram has Ignore stun resistance. This means nothing can stun it. Slammer, Grenadier, Shock Trooper, Pave Missile, and Cryo Towers are unable to stun it, forcing you to blast through its HP through raw DPS. And don't even try spamming spawners, this guy has 50% collision resistance. But, do you know who else has Ignore stun resistance? That's right, the Void. Void is a god, a being so powerful that Calamity energy is required to take it down. Battering Ram is as stun resistant as the Void. How is this possible? How could his resistance possibly be as resistant as the Void? Well, there's more to explain here. War Machine. We all know he can punch any boss in the face and knock them back as a form of stun. This means that War Machine technically has Ignore stun resistance, as even though Void ignores stun resistance, War Machine punches him anyway. But do you know what War Machine cannot punch? Battering Ram. War Machine just lets Battering Ram charge into him, while the Void gets whacked back. This means Battering Ram is more stun resistant than the Void. So what does this mean for Battering Ram? Well, let's make comparisons to normal Void in Elite Mode Battering Ram. Battering Ram has 100,000 HP and 30,000 shield. Void has 900,000 HP and no shield. Battering Ram has 50% collision resistance and no other resistances. Void has no resistances, and if he did, then he only has 30% collision resistance by default. This means Battering Ram takes overall less damage. This also means the Battering Ram has the ability to become more resistant than the Void just by sprinting. Anyways, thank you for listening to my whack theory. This video did take quite a while to make, so I appreciate you for listening to my nonsense. Thank you for watching.